Hey there guys, a new lesson for you today and a brand new guitar technique for you to work on. This is called playing notes skunk style, and skunk style I think is derived from the funk guitar, and basically means that you should strum all 6 strings, okay, but sounding one of them, okay? So the 5 strings are muted and one of them will get to sound, okay? As you can see, I'm banging on all 6 strings but only sound one note. Okay, what you need to do, as you can see, is work on your muting, because you want to be able to instantly mute all the strings that you don't want and let the string that you want to sound. So the easiest approach is to get one string at a time and figure out the best way to place your hands. For example, if I want to play the A note here, 5th string, low E, and want to hear that note but all the other 5 muted, okay, something like that, strumming all but sounding one. It's pretty easy because the other side of the index mutes all the other strings very easily. Of course, if I move down and want to play the D, this time I do the same, because the higher strings are again muted using the underside of the index, but for the low E I use the tip of the index finger this time, okay? Okay, so as you can see, the low E and the low A, it's pretty easy, but if we move a bit further down to the D, this time this note here, 5th fret, is the G note, you will find out that you need other stuff to mute the strings, because, okay, the remaining 3 higher strings are muted again by the underside of the index. The A can be muted by the tip of the finger, but what about the E? There are 2 options, at least 2 that I personally found. I don't know if there are others, but what I've seen people doing, especially if they have big fingers, is to bring the thumb above the neck. Okay, I personally cannot do that because I don't have very large fingers and very huge hulking grip, okay, to be able to grab the neck like that and mute. My approach, if you can do, if you have these kinds of hands, you can do it. It's pretty effective. But what I personally do, is use the middle finger and lightly rest it on the lower strings. So if I want to play the G note here and want the A and the E to be muted, I lightly rest it, as you can see, and those 2 strings are muted, okay? If I want to move down further, for example here, okay, I'm using again this approach, because the B and the E are muted by the underside and the remaining 3 are muted by the middle finger. As you can see, as you go down physically, it's much harder to mute, so you either use your thumb or the middle finger. The choice is yours. The important part is to be able to do it cleanly each time, okay? One very easy thing that you can do is start playing, let's say, your scales, and start doing that to each note of the scale. Okay? as you can move to the G, you see, to the D string, the middle finger comes into play. Okay, and the fact that the remaining 5 muted strings give a nice percussive sound gives you many choices. Okay, you can do anything you want, anything you like. So, this is the lesson for today, a simple one. Okay, strum all the strings, mute all 5, sound only the one you want. Okay, think of it as a lead technique, because you play one note, but you get a fuller sound by sounding also the rest muted, having a percussive effect over the whole thing. Okay, experiment with it and tell me what you think. So, have fun!